Hello and welcome back to my modern business card help video. In this video we'll see how to edit text, colors and QR code in Adobe Illustrator. So let's open up the file. I'm going to open the file directly dragging it into the Illustrator, and also let me open up the QR code so I can show you how you can utilize this vector QR code. If you want to see how we created this one, make sure to check out the introduction video. Okay, now that we have our business card open, let's see what elements does it have. The first two layers, if you don't see the layers pane, go to Window Layers or use the F7 to open and close the panel. We can see the first two layers are the print info and the info box. And these two are basically technical information about the template, the bleed, the trim size, the print area. And when it comes to the print info, here you can see where all those different elements are. This is, for instance, the safe area for the text. So if you're planning to move things around, this is the area where the text should be contained in. These two layers you can delete before sending them to be printed. And make sure to, if you're not deleting them, make sure to lock them and turn off this print button, print check, so it won't be printed when you're sending it to PDF or something like that. Now the next two are of course text and design, and when it comes to editing, we're just going to talk about the basic edits. This is the simplest and the fastest way to change elements within the design. First, let's start with editing the QR code. You can use the QR code we have created and updated in the intro video, or you can use your own QR code. And if you want to do that, go to right here. When you click on the QR code, here is the linked file, here is the file that is linked. Go to QR code, relink, and it's going to relink directly into it. Now you can of course use the vector file we have created, so I'm just going to go select everything, copy, and then I'm going to paste it here, group, scale it down to the size I wish to use. Okay, and now I'm just going to delete the link file. So now we actually have the vector QR code here, and it's going to help us out if you want to make some changes when it comes to the color of the QR code or the position, so you don't have to go back and forth between the Photoshop and the Illustrator editing this QR code. Of course, if you don't plan to make any color changes, you can just use the link. It's basically up to you. Okay, now why don't we begin with colors. Now usually when it comes to editing the colors, you would select the element, go to the swatches panel. If you don't see the swatches panel, go to Window, Swatches, and open the panel, and then choose the swatches that you have there, play with them, and change the colors. But this template is heavily using gradients. As you can see, it has a lot of different very complicated gradients, so you would have to go into each and every gradient, change the color, change each and every element separately. Now the easiest way to edit this template is using the global colors I've created here, and basically these are the colors with this white triangle here on the bottom that doesn't have a dot. The ones with a dot are spot colors, you can just ignore them. These are the ones that you want to change, and let's say you want to have a red business card. So you double click on the color, make sure the preview button is checked, and then change the color. So as you're changing the basic colors, as you can see, the colors within the gradients are changing too. So it's going to be a lot faster to change your colors in this manner than going through each and every element separately. And I'm going to do this in a moment. Of course, if the preview button is not checked, you can't see live changes. So let me just finish this fast. Of course, you can play, instead of adding your own values, you can just play with the sliders, maybe create your own unique color schemes. And voila, we have our entire color scheme changed. And of course, I'm just going to change the color of the QR code here and change it to be something like this. Or let me leave it at white. And here we go. We have all of our colors changed. Of course, if you want to change, let's say I want to make this white, I want to make it grayish, it's going to apply to the text too. And that's how you change the color in Adobe Illustrator. Quite fast. The one thing you need to know about the global colors, when you're creating a new color swatch, let's say I want to create this new color swatch, and I want to add the color to the swatches. So I go to this little arrow here, add new swatch. Make sure the global is checked. If you don't have that checked, it will not act the same way I've just shown you. If it's not defined global color, it's not just going to change all the colors in the design. You have to tell the illustrator that this is a global color, this is something that you want to change throughout the design when you're changing the swatch. Okay, next thing is editing the text. Now it is a simple edit. Double click on the text you wish to change and just either paste your own information or just type it in, and that's the basic of it. Just double click on it and edit the text, or activate the type tool here from the tools panel, or just press T on your keyboard and it will activate automatically. And once you hover over the text you want to change, you can click on it, edit it, and that's it. Now if you want to have if you want to edit the font that you're using, you're going to need to open the character panel, and in order to edit the font, go to Window, type Character, and here are the font properties, and you can edit the properties like the font family, font style, size. Everything in here can be edited, so you can make additional edits to your design. Okay, that was it for this video. In the next video, we'll see how to edit the template in Adobe InDesign. See you.